Online communication is way more easier for me than having to have a conversation in person, mainly due to the fact that I work so much better with people online around me. Whereas in person, I would need to start thinking about social cues. I would have to really think about what I'm going to say to them because honestly, there's no going back if I really mess up on something that would really hurt their emotions or feelings. Like, I really need to start thinking about these factors when I'm trying to speak in person, and that is one of the difficult parts when it comes to having in-person conversations. Online conversations makes it way more easier to think about a message that I'm about to send, and having the other person like take their time and typing out the message, it works so much better for me. I don't know if any people think of this the opposite way, but I do feel that having many online friends, having a lot of online conversations, really helps me a lot throughout my autistic life. And, I haven't had a lot of in person conversations lately. I think I had some of my peers making small talk with me as if like they're pretty much interested in me. But we haven't had a long conversations. Like actually we haven't had long conversations in in class. Like they're just my peers, they're just my classmates. Um and so I don't really mind them at all. Like I just feel like my peers are my teammates. So I can pretty much ask for help when I need to, or if I want to make friendly conversations, I would literally like go up to them. Um, but having online conversations when it comes to a large amount of people makes it really easier for me to jump into the conversation's topic, and having to read through a lot of the people's messages that they sent. Um, it really is efficient for me. Like I feel that texting is way more easier. I don't. I am unsure about video calls. I'm unsure of video calls. I and also voice calls as well. Like I recently had a voice call with one of my best friends, and I pretty much barely even talk to these people because there are certain topics I that that I am not very well aware of, or I'm not really known of. So it makes me want to feel like I just want to stay silent and not really talk about anything, but just keep doing with my usual stuff and let the others chat un- until one of my interests really comes up in the conversation. Then I would actually have a chance to speak up about it. And it is one of the hard parts, especially in group conversations. Especially in group conversations, I feel that I don't know if I would ever think that voice calls and group conversations bear similarity. But the difference is that you can't meet them in person through voice calls. Um, I think you would have to like make a video call in there. For example, I use Discord, and there are voice channels where I can pretty much attend to, and they have the option for a video call. So anytime that I want to have a video call to see where to let them see where I'm at and having to show my full body and my face. I don't know, like yeah, I would be more comfortable in voice calls actually. Whereas in group conversations, it's pretty much similar to voice call conversations, except that you have to be in person. And that is that is the difficult part. It's also the difficult part of in-person conversations where you're in a group, you're in a group with some people that you have met with, some that you have never met before, and then you go around, you go listen to the other people that share similar interests, and when it comes to other people that are talking about the same interests and there's no gap in between that, it makes it harder for me to actually jump in, because you have to be faster in the conversation. Like, yeah, you have to be faster in the conversation when it comes to in-person conversations, and it's so hard because because there may be times where I might accidentally talk over the person, or if I don't get my spotlight on having to have my conversation with the rest of the people around me. And same thing with voice calls. This also applies to the same thing. So yeah, having to really find that gap in between the conversation can make it a little hard, but I feel that it isn't that hard unless you know, like, unless you know when there is a pause, when there is a short pause or a long pause in the conversation. And so I do really think that I do side a lot of the voice calls a lot more, because I really get to, like, speak out with the rest of the members in the group online, and online conversations is again is very much easier for me than in person. You know, a lot of the autistics, well, most of the autistics, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about y'all guys, the autistics that are watching this video right now. But I feel that most of the autistics don't really go in person a lot due to certain situations, and I do understand their circumstances. So I do feel that having to have conversations in a voice channel online would make it a lot more easier, and of course, like, I would be, like, in my living room when I'm having to have a voice call, or maybe in my bedroom, or having to go downstairs, or literally anywhere I go. I would always have this online conversation, but only if I have internet. um, but you know, like, I could be, like, anywhere else with a voice call, but in-person conversations, everyone needs to be, like, together in one place. Like, no, like, you can pretty much, like, go anywhere. Like, if you're, like, going to an event and you're grabbing some food from, like, the food fair or something like that. but in reality, like if you're having like this group conversation, like you have to like be in this one fixed spot. There's really like not much like flexibility when it comes to like having having conversations. Like there is no way in-person conversations can be like from like a far distance. Like if you're having a conversation like somewhere over there, like pretend this is like maybe like 10 miles away. Maybe this person has like an in-person conversation like 10 miles away, and you're here like that wouldn't work. That wouldn't actually work for in-person conversations. Like the point of having in-person conversations is that all the people like including you, if you're having a one-on-one conversation, you need to be close, you need to be near, like having in-person conversations, like having to present yourself, having to present your character. That's how in-person conversations work. For voice call conversations, you can pretty much anywhere else. Even if you have like a persistent Wi-Fi connection, like you can be anywhere else, like in an online voice call. And I think there is a lot more flexibility that is there when it comes to either voice calls or video calls. That makes it a lot more easier for me. And also in Discord, I am very much I pretty much try to join in the conversation. I try to keep myself active with when having to conversate with my friends online as much as possible. And I just really think that that I have like so much potential in having to relate to other people's struggles, having to relate to other people's situations and their whereabouts. It makes it more easier for me, like via text and voice, rather than having to be in person. So yeah, so overall, I think that online communication is much more easier, much more efficient than in person. You might think otherwise as well, but that's totally up to your preferences. If you feel that you have a lot of confidence, you have a lot of energy in having to make conversations in person rather than online, that is totally up to your preferences. Like for me, I feel that online communication is my most strong preference than having to conversate in person. Like I wouldn't even remember a whole lot of the conversation that was said in person, and I usually feel puzzled or clueless as to what the person is saying, especially when having to be in overstimulating environments, such as like the traffic noise that is happening in the background, or having to be in a loud, noisy environment. Like these conditions can really hinder my one-on-one conversation or having to develop this friendship conversation. So yeah, and that's why I think that online communication is way more easier for me as an autistic person. And I hope y'all autistics can agree with me on this, but I'm very much sure that most of the autistics would actually prefer to be online than than being out in real life and having to find people to talk to. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you got any questions, if you have any insight, if you have any comments on what I've talked about in today's video, please go leave a comment below. That would be very much appreciated. And if you enjoyed this video, please go give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye everyone.